Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome back to the Chase Adventure YouTube channel. And today I'm here over Cannock Chase at Marquis Drive, telling you a little bit about the history of the area, why you should visit, and why you should just come have a bit of an explore, come and visit yourselves. Cool, see you in a minute. Right next to where I parked, you can actually still see the outlines of some of the buildings from either the First World War or the Second World War. I'm not really sure. I can't really tell either on a couple of the maps when they were actually built or when they were last used. Really, even the maps around Marquis Drive don't even indicate that the buildings were there. But I'll add a little bit of footage in just as I'm talking about this of it. But the buildings are still there, and there's like a fenced off bit for the top. I think it's either a bunker, so I'm not sure where the entrance is, but there's also a track that runs down and a second bunker a bit further on. Hopefully I've got the right footage here I'm showing. But yeah, it's a bit interesting actually that it's so close to the car park and not many people notice that it's there. So the land itself was actually owned by the Marquis of Anglesey, even though locally we all pronounce it Marquis Drive, as Marquis Drive. But yeah, that's how it was originally owned by, and then it was given to the people of the local area. So it's a little bit for all the family. If you're into extreme sports, if you're into, well, say extreme, if you're into mountain biking and throwing yourself around some trails, there's definitely some trails over here. A lot of people know Cannock Chase because of those trails. If you want to bring your family over and take them on the park, there's a big park here. There's a bit of history. Like I say, there's a little museum to a World War I hut, and there's also a cafe as well. So if you want a nice, good little stroll, then this is definitely the place you want to be. So if you want to see a little bit more and you want to help motivate the young ones to come and visit around, you've also got this app that you can download. However, if you want to see the RAF side of things, you've also got to follow the little target. Most of you would notice that from the RAF symbol being on the planes and things. So if you follow that, it actually takes you down to parts of the camp. Just over here, got a little bit of a history of a trail that takes you all the way from Rugeley through to Cannock, and then over there is your park and your cafe. So as you can imagine, I'm not going to film the park up close because there is kids on it and I don't want to, be put on some type of register. But yeah, it's really good feature. A lot of families come up here during the summer. There's also barbecue pits, and there's also like a little shop as well, so you can get some little mementos. If any of you follow my friend's Mike's channel, you actually would see me walking with him not so long ago, and I bought a little map and a patch for him in that shop as well. So as you're walking around, there's plenty of information boards as well. The Chase at War, it's a really good little motion that they came up with. So we're actually over here at the moment, and that was the car park. You even got the parade square, and luckily some people took pictures, so you can see a Spitfire in that picture as well. So there's also the Great War Hut, which is just over the side here, which I'll go and show you shortly. But it shows you RAF Hednesford, RAF Brockton, and then the memorials just in the middle there. So just off the main trail, which is the main run through the old camp, is, I believe it's like a forestry school here, which if you're part of a youth group, that I presume it's under 12s, but you can perhaps book in to come up for the day and they'll show you through like bugs. And when I was a kid, they used to let you come over with the net and take you, like, trying to show you what's in the ponds around here, like tadpoles and things. And it's really good good day out. There is also another feature further up the road, which I'll talk about another day, but that's also got some trails as well. So just up by the memorial itself, 1939 to 1956, we're actually only 10 years off it being almost a centenary of the camp being built, which is not that far really. There's still reminiscence of the camp here. It's only until you actually notice it that you realise it's still there. So where I am currently, you can see the track behind me, and then the track this side as well. So this was the old post house and guard room onto the camp. Even though that the actual are no longer here, you can still see that the roads still are. It's a bit beat up, don't get me wrong, but the reminiscence of it are still here. Also, through that tree line there is the parade square, which we're just going to go down to now and have a quick look at. So this is the edge of the parade square. It's not the whole of this field, but this main area here was the parade square. Now, a parade square, for those that don't know, dates back to where they used to parade the dead almost within a square. That was easier so they could track who had, was killed in action, next of kins, and actually report the deaths. So a parade square is still the heart of the military even today, to the fact that it's used more for marching and drill purposes, ceremonial. So when you enter a parade square, you must always halt and then get marched on again. You can't just walk straight on. So a lot of people, if you walk across a parade square and you get caught just walking across the parade square, you'd been a lot of trouble with the sergeant majors, the RSM even. But yeah, so there's nothing here actually except for the odd sign to give you a hint as to what was there before. But pretty interesting, or is it just me? We're back at the visitor centre almost. The visitor centre is just here behind me. Inside there is like a shop and a cafe, public toilets, and then also the hut itself. So this hut is the little museum of the Great War at Cannock Chase. It's only really available at weekends and bank holidays, but it just depends on if a volunteer is here to open it up. But it actually shows you lots of information about the hut itself, about Brockton Camp, about Ridgeley Camp. You can try things on inside, and what the accommodation was like over the camp really, and it gives you a bit of a better insight as to what you'd expect. There's also plenty to do. Even the local lecture centre even try and put on. So these walks, they're timetabled here just outside the visitor centre, and it tells you where they're meeting and what day of the week, and if it's going to cost anything. So the majority of them are free. Occasionally it's £4, but the rest of them are all available to you. So after nice little lunch there, I had a bit of a walk around, and I noticed actually, and like what I said previously about being barbecue places so you can come and have lunch with your family, they've actually taken the barbecue stands out. It's a bit unfortunate, I guess, because if it was managed better then it wouldn't be too bad, but I guess to try and protect the area and protect people being irresponsible, they've just taken them out and just banned everybody from having any type of fire or barbecue, which, you know, I don't really blame them. But this used to absolutely thrive during the summer. Easily come up, family, have a picnic, park up here, play balls the other side, have a bit of a walk around, have a bike ride, treat your nan or your mom to the cafe, and really enjoy yourselves. So yeah, until next time, have a good day.